now, let's see why he ended up making headlines this past week. Let's get the Charlemagne the God.
It's the bittersweet.
Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, another alley-oop for DJ Envy. Now let's talk about, this was trending yesterday, and everybody was talking about this guy, Derek Jackson. Now, I guess he is a relationship expert, and he's a, quote, relationship guru. And here he is. This is just one of the things that he talks about men.
That's not it.
It's the one with Charlemagne.
This talk.
The one with Charlemagne.
Charlemagne.
This ain't
The
it, bro.
God.
This ain't it.
The God.
Come on now.
The God.
Come on, Soldier David. The one with Charlemagne, bro. It's like 12 minutes.
Hey, while y'all let it, make sure y'all comment. I ain't seen no comments on Facebook in a minute. I hope we back up.
Hey, 1-833-878-7234. Extension 7, call in, like, share, comment, share. Hey, share, man. Hey, y'all come on back to IT. Y'all bugging.
But hey, the difference between what's his name? Jackson?
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson and what's the other guy name?
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin. Like Officer was just bringing out, the fact is Kevin gonna bring it to you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna let you know what it is, but it's for your benefit. Women don't like when things spoken a certain way or said a certain way, but at the end of the day, it's still factual, right? The dude Jackson, Derek, he just like we, it's okay to have 2, 3 babies. It's okay to have a flab, but you know what I'm saying? Now you found a hypocrite in your actions. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Is this it? Derek Jackson blames relationship with God. Okay, go ahead. Play that.
Charlemagne, the God.
Play it. If that's the one, play it. All right.
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Oh.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years that Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Well, okay, I'm blowing my nose. No. Okay. Listen, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, March 24th goes to self-love ambassador, entrepreneur, social media relationship expert, Arthur. He's wrote books like Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. He wrote another book called Single Mothers Are for Grown Men Only. And he even wrote a book called A Cheating Man's Heart, a fiction novel. I put fiction novel in air quotes because based on all these new developments, it's safe to say Derek Jackson's book, A Cheating Man's Heart, was probably based on a true story. Now, Derek has built a following, basically calling men out on their behavior, okay, holding men accountable. I'm not mad at that. He's done it to me. He's done it to Little Duval. He's done it to Gilly the King. He's done it to Isaac Hayes III. This is his thing, okay, holding men accountable. And I'm fine with that. I had him on my podcast, Brilliant Idiots, a few years ago. And on that podcast, we promised to hold each other accountable. Well, Derek Jackson, it's your turn to be held accountable. Okay, let's just get right to it. Derek Jackson is full of okay?
What?
I can't curse, and you know that. So you say, oh, what? He's full of that. Okay? He's a liar, a textbook narcissist and manipulator who gets what he wants at the expense of other people's well-being. This is a guy who will get online and say this about men who have cheated.
I have no sympathy for a man who finds it to be difficult to be faithful after being in a promiscuous lifestyle, and neither should you. Nobody told you to be promiscuous before the relationship, and nobody made you be monogamous with just her. You don't want her? Let another man have her. Simple. But the truth is, you've probably been cheating months before you actually put your dick in her. And more times, I would say 9 times out of 10, when the dude gets caught cheating, that wasn't his very, very first time cheating. That wasn't his only time cheating. That was his only time getting caught.
I agree with you, Derek. Okay? And guess what? Derek Jackson himself is a cheater. Oh, he just got exposed by a woman named Candace. I can't pronounce her last name, but Derek Jackson, who is a married man, brought this woman to Atlanta to stay in his house. He shares with his wife and kids. The woman Candace, who Derek was cheating with, actually took pictures of her laying in the bed he shared with his wife in their Atlanta home. Derek Jackson, who spells his last name Jackson. Why? I don't know.
Hey,
that bothers me.
Pause it real quick. Pause it. Hey, get Ciroc 129 real quick. Did y'all just hear?
Yes.
This man, I have no sympathy for men that cheat and da-da-da-da, and you been cheating, that ain't your first time. I'm like, he had a whole women in his house. Stupid. Laying in the same bed, taking pictures in the same bed that your wife sleep in at night. But you saying all this about men that cheat. You was talking to yourself. That dude is what I was saying off the mic. Ciroc 129.
The book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 29.
Come on.
Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men.
Be not a hypocrite. Because when you a hypocrite, it's one thing to just be a dog. You know, it's one thing to be a cheater. You know what I'm saying? But you add a whole nother level to your wickedness when you have condemned or judged out of your mouth the people doing the same exact thing that you've been doing. That is evil, wicked, and demonic as hell. Read on.
And take good heed what thou speakest.
Take good heed of which, because you saying it on the internet. You got 735,000 subscribers. You people screen record your lives. Whenever you talking, you getting recorded. Right. You better take good heed what you speak, because in the court of social media, what you say will be held against you. Read on.
Exalt not thyself.
Right, like you, Mr. Good Black Man, and I love black women, and black women need to stop sleeping on. Black men need to stop sleeping around, and You exalting yourself, little big Derek. Read on.
Lest thou fall.
Lest thou what?
Lest thou fall.
Come on.
And bring dishonor upon thy soul.
Read.
And so God discovered thy secrets.
What God gonna do when you a hypocrite and you exalt yourself?
And so God discovered thy secrets.
God discovered your mistress laying in your wife's bed wearing Victoria's Secret.
Congratulations.
That's what the Lord gonna do. To your,
little bit Derek.
And cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
In the midst of your social media
platform,
motivational speaking community, you are cast down. Read on.
Because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit.
Because you're trying to act like what you're saying is basically you are a black relationship. What is the
Expert,
word?
they said,
no, like black relationship, like angel, like you basically right. You got the black relationship gospel. That's what I had on my mind, and I lost it. You act like you got the black relationship gospel. You know what I'm saying? What men should do and how they should treat women to save black marriages and improve the community. You know, basically black women empowerment, but you didn't come with that doctrine in truth. Your heart was full of deceit because you didn't really believe that, to the point where you was doing exactly what you told thousands, millions of men not to do. And your ass got exposed.
You lose.
I ain't gonna pick
Good day, sir.
Hey, never mind.
Charlemagne, the God.
It may be a slave name, but when it comes to black people, it's one of the greatest last names you can ever have. Why would you hack that? I mean, when you're talking Jacksons, you're talking Samuel L., Janet, Jesse, Bo, Randy, Mahalia, and of course, Michael. But actually, I'm glad you don't spell your last name Jackson, because you don't deserve to be in that Jackson power ranking, okay? If you were, you would be at the bottom right under Andrew. You know Andrew Jackson, 7th President of the United States, slave master, ethnic cleanser, tyrant. If you actually spelled your last name Jackson correctly, you would be at the bottom of the list near him because of the level of evil that you display. Yes, my brother. See, what we're going to do here today is stop the shenanigans. Okay, see, my father always told me that when you lie, you're not lying to nobody but yourself. And I have watched you since this story broke just lie and attempt to continue to manipulate the public. I mean, that's what you do. You manipulate people. You get online and have these bad faith arguments.
Hey, so get Proverbs real quick. Because the whole 26, you know what I want, 26, 28, I think, the afflict, you know what I want. So what Charlemagne the God is saying is that this man's been lying the whole time, right? But he's been putting on the front as if, you know, he has this love for the black community, you know, doing what he's doing, that he loves black women, yet he's lying to them and has been lying to his wife for all of this time. No, the last verse, 26, 28. Watch this.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 28.
Uh-huh.
A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it.
So who was afflicted by your lying tongue? Who was afflicted? The black man and the black women. Because you made black men feel like they needed to be simps.
Right.
And they needed to bow down to the black woman. And and you made black women feel like they was empowered. And, you know, we all deserve a man like you. Why are there not men like you out here,
Come on,
Derek Jackson? But it's showing that you really, behind all of that, you had hatred for your people. Read on.
And a flattering mouth.
A what?
A flattering mouth.
A what?
A flattering mouth.
Because everything he say sound good. The way he said, the way he put it, it's like, sit down somewhere. You look, Kevin Samuel, you look, man, y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. You dudes is trash. You dudes is
You might not even like women.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Flattering mouth. What does it do?
Worketh ruin.
You have taken part in ruining the black community. That's what you've been doing. You hate your damn people and you've been ruining your people with your simp shenanigans.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Can I turkey back off you?
Go ahead.
Real quick. Sirach 21 verse 27.
Hold on, Malcolm.
Bring it out.
21 verse 27. Because, like, he speak real fair for the women. But we know it's deceit now. But, you know, the Lord found him out. But in all actuality, this is what he was doing the whole time. Read what you got. Sirach 21 verse 27.
The book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 27.
Uh-huh.
When the ungodly curseth Satan.
The ungodly goes into those that's not keeping God's commandments, like adultery. That's one of the ungodly attributes. Read on.
He curseth his own soul.
What did he do?
He curseth his own soul.
Because mind you, what he was saying in the video, if you probably, if you hit it and you find out, you probably hit it all a few times.
Right.
He cursed himself because that was the same thing he was doing. So when you do that, just know you curse your own soul. You know? So, yeah,
Right.
Message.
Look, to his audience, get Proverbs 17 and 4. This for his audience because it's, I know it's like 98% black women. You know what I'm saying? And the 2% is simp, you know, dudes that follow behind him. This is why they listen to him. Go ahead.
Proverbs what?
17 and 4.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Come on.
A wicked doer giveth heed to false lips.
Read that again.
A wicked doer giveth heed to false lips.
Right. So it's 75. It's 735,000 as of the other day.
What?
Wicked doers that listen to Derek Jackson, that take heed to what he's saying in his philosophies. That's why he got so many, because this whole world lieth in wickedness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they giving heed to his lying ass tongue. All right, you go back to the video.
It's also textbook narcissism, meaning you don't care about or even try to understand the people that you speak about. You said it yourself. I don't have no sympathy for a man who cheats. Not only do you not care or attempt to understand the people you're talking about, to have any sympathy or empathy, all right? You are dedicated to deliberately misunderstanding and mischaracterizing others to make yourself look good. You like to paint other men as being dishonest and deceptive and morally corrupt. Why? Because you're a narcissist, and that's what narcissists do, project their BS onto other people. The reason you love to paint men as dishonest, deceptive, and morally corrupt is because that's what you are.
Right.
See, Derek, I waited to give you Donkey because I wanted to see how you would react to all of this, and you reacted by doing what you've been doing all this time, and that's lying. See, I saw the first video you posted when you first addressed the allegations. You said that you and your wife were separated during that time and that you and Candace have had a sexual relationship without actually having sex. Listen.
I'm in screw it mode, F it mode. I'm hitting up old chicks. I really don't care at this point. One of those people was a girl named Candace. Now, here's the thing. So me and Candace have had a sexual relationship without actually having sex.
Fallacies, nonsense, word salad, lies, denying, changing definitions. This is textbook narcissism, people. Lying about what happened, denial, delusion, trying to confuse us to make us doubt the reality of the situation. See, narcissists are often ill-equipped to have mature discussions or resolve conflicts, but in their mind, they are experts at it. Okay, he don't even really understand what he's saying, but in his mind, he's being rational, reasonable, and correct. But the reality is, this nigga just lying. That's why what he's saying don't make no sense. Okay, we had a sexual relationship but didn't have sex. That's why it's just an incoherent rant with no logic because it's a lie. Then hours later, Derek Jackson came back online with his wife to admit that he did cheat and that he was unfaithful to his wife. Listen to this guy.
The truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women.
Hey,
outside
pause,
the marriage.
pause. Hey.
It's so uncomfortable.
Hey, now look. So,
Yo.
now why the hell, you know what I'm saying, he put her in every damn video with a damn bonnet on.
Hey,
why you want to portray, like, but anyway, so I seen a funny meme. No, of his wife, and it zoomed in on her. Put the video back up. Paused. Put it up. Paused. Now look at her face. They took a picture of her face and they said, "The face of a woman that cheats back." Cause you know she just so at ease. She looks so unbothered, and you know what I'm saying. Like, she done probably, got her,
Revenge.
Exactly.
Hey, look, real quick, though. Hey, this how you know dude been lying for so long. He been talking to himself for so long in the midst of all his lies, like Charlamagne was saying. That's how he knew about what they was, how, this is what cheating men do so well, because he was a cheating-ass dude. But even now, he's still talking to himself. Derek Jackson was involved with other women. Not I, you see what I'm saying? But Derek Jackson indeed was.
Narcissist.
Yes, that guy Derek Jackson, yeah, he was indeed involved with other women. Boy, shut your ass. Tripping.
Play on.
Involved, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex.
First name, nigga, last
Wait.
name, please.
He did just say on a previously we
had
had sex without
without
even
having
actually
sex.
having sex. But
What is
now-
that, by the way?
Bullshit.
Right.
Hey, come play on, bro. Play on.
Derek, if nobody else has told you, what you did to your wife was wrong. All right, she had nothing to do with this. She wasn't with you when you was out here cheating with these women, so she shouldn't be with you when you're doing damage control. This story has nothing to do with her. Nothing. And what's sad is you are more concerned about saving your business than you are about saving your marriage. You are more concerned about what we think of you than you are about what your wife thinks of you. Okay? You care more about what we think. You're more concerned about what we think of you than you are about what your wife thinks of you. King, if you're going to use your wife as a human shield, like Nino Brown used that kid as a human shield in New Jack City, at least get her glammed up. Okay? You got her up there looking like she forgot it was the second part to the Busted Challenge. I was waiting for her to drop and come up fresh, but that never happened. And guess what? You don't care. You didn't care about the backlash she could receive. You be on social media all the time. You know how cruel people are. Not only does your wife have to heal from your infidelity now, she has to heal from the bullying that she is currently receiving online. But a narcissist like you don't give a damn, because your goal as a narcissist is to dominate and be perceived as right at all costs. Do you know the complex your wife is going to have now? It's impossible to not be impacted by what people say about you online. Ain't enough God and Jesus in the world. You can put on the whole armor of God and God will protect you, but you still gonna feed into what people are saying. And you could have protected your queen from all that because she had nothing to do with it. This is about you and your behavior. If she forgives you, great, but that don't mean drag her out and have her on your arm looking like a damn puppet off Crankcakes, and you the chief manipulator controlling all her movements. But that's what narcissists do. They deflect, attack, project. That's why he had his wife there, to deflect. Then he started talking about John Gray because Shade Room asked him a question. You should have just ignored that, but you can't because narcissists love to shift attention from what they are saying and doing. This brother Derek Jackson went so far as to deflect and blame Jesus. Listen.
At that point, I had a beef with God. I gave my life to Christ, and my whole life fell apart. My marriage fell apart. At this point, I'm not seeing my kids, and I really honestly just went to a place of effort.
It's the audacity for me. I've never heard a person say I gave my life to God and now my life is effed up. That's not how that works. Derek, God told me to tell you stop.
Right there. Let's pause it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's one thing for, you know what I'm saying, the black man to play with our sisters, you know what I'm saying, and to, you know, play with our children, you know what I'm saying. We don't like none of that. Black men to be playing games. But this nigga playing with God now.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You didn't cross the line. Get James 1:13. I really, this dude right here, you know, yeah, you buffing all of that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm gonna see you one day. James 1:13.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 13.
Come on.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God.
You see that? I had a beef with God.
I'm beefing with
I gave
him.
my life to God, and my whole life went down the drain. I committed adultery against my wife. I smashed her and let her take pictures in my wife's bed.
Right.
And hey, what the hell do God got to do with that?
What?
The hell wrong with you? Read on.
For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
So you telling me, Mr. Black Woman Advocate, it's not about looks. Love your wife for who she is. You know what I'm saying? I'm in love with my wife. I treat my wife so good. But you got drawn, because some men battle it. Some men had a temptation. Some men, you know, they flirt a little bit at work. But you got drawn away to the point where you had an affair. You had relations. She was in your house. It went beyond a hotel, motel. You know what I'm saying? Not even an Airbnb. She was under your roof. Your wife, man.
You know, it's crazy.
That's how far away you was drawn away by your lust. Go ahead.
It's heavy you saying that because, like we had discussed before, and I won't get too much into it. Like, you know, a brother who, you know, you look bad to people that do bad. Like, you a disgrace to cheaters. He brought it to the crib.
Yeah. Exactly.
He brought it to
He
the crib.
breaking all the rules, man.
This man don't
He
care.
breaking all He breaking God laws. He breaking nigga laws.
God got a beef with him. He had no mercy. God got a beef with you.
Right.
Tripping, man.
Read on.
And enticed.
Come on.
Then when lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin.
It bringeth forth what?
Sin.
It bringeth forth adultery. Like you saw, the man was found guilty of. Read.
And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. So keep playing with God. Keep trying to, you know what I'm saying, throw him in it like no. You was drawn away by your lust since you wanted to be Mr. Save the average women or whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out there and smash 8, 9s, and 10s on the side. All right?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.